this is a GoJek driver.
Only because I was talking to my parents on the phone. My little girl is crying. Thanks to you.
These sort of videos, I don't know lah. My reaction is like, what made this guy do this? For PHV drivers, it's a very tough job already out there. You need to clock in a lot of hours, a lot of passengers. This is him risking his rice bowl.
Yeah, he must have been sick of some abuse.
Yeah, so like, fuck this shit You're viral, I don't give a shit. The question is what?
Based on her own version of events, right? It was basically that she was first talking to her mother on her phone, but she wasn't on speaker. So she was saying that she wasn't loud. Of course, we wouldn't know because that's not recorded. So according to her, she wasn't loud, and then the guy didn't like it, so he basically overpowered her voice using the volume. And according to her, that made the kid start to cry, so she confronted him. No, but don't you sense that there's a bit of like the tension there that it's because she is from India? There's that tension. There has been that tension for years.
No, but I don't think he was going against her because of where she came from per se. But something must have happened. Parliament.
Yes, we're going to be talking about Parliament. Because in case you don't know, Parliament just opened.
I saw all the swearing in. Why they insist on the swearing in your native language?
Oh, I didn't watch the ceremony, so I don't know, because all these things just for show. But like, I mean, in a sense, the other thing for show was President Tharman's speech lah, because he opened it, and then he emphasized the whole like we first society mentality that he wants to set that agenda for the next 4 years.
This one he's echoing from picking up from Lawrence Wong National Day rally.
Yes.
So they also got problem. What's the problem?
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, so if you look at some of the Reddit posts online, they're a bit more cynical maybe, but they're essentially saying things like the whole system of Singapore and we've talked about this many times before when we are brought up, like, it is a very competitive society.
Who's on fucking Reddit? Like, what are these people? Actually, what's the background?
I honestly don't know.
I'm not on Reddit.
Diverse,
I'm on Instagram a lot. I know the TikTok
different
people
crowd.
nowadays is different kind of crowd. You want to entertain them, it's different. It's a bit more toxic in a sense.
Oh, yes.
Short attention span. Like this Reddit, are they PMETs? What's the background of Reddit people?
To be honest, I
Your
suspect that
friends
they're like...
Reddit?
No, actually. I'm not even on Reddit.
I don't have anyone on Reddit.
I just go on
I'm
Reddit
not
to take a look.
I read the Reddit posts like on Instagram,
Okay.
On
like,
Instagram.
Reddit summaries,
I don't cross over. I don't know who the fuck is on Reddit.
Yeah.
I think
it's one of those like Singapore chat, what's it called, like forums lah. But it's different from Hardware Zone. Hardware Zone is where you got like the most fucked up. It's like it's like the Singapore version of 4chan kind of nonsense.
Oh, okay.
Like I stay clear of that.
Why is it?
Bro, just open Hardware Zone on one thing and you see like the worst sexist, racist, worst kinds of comments you'll see.
So the comments on Reddit, is it the same as the comments on Instagram, or is it the same as the comments on TikTok? Are they sharing this same vibe, or are we just focusing on Reddit?
Like I was saying, like the idea that you want to talk about we first, because like you said, Lawrence Wong said it, but the whole society is built to be competitive.
Like the whole of Reddit is saying this.
No, I mean, there are posts with a lot of comments and a lot of upvotes. So there is a very strong sentiment over there. And it's not surprising because we have heard those sentiments before, right? That talk about how Singapore is so
what's the
competitive.
issue with we first? We first good one.
No, of course it's good.
Lip service.
Yeah, exactly. The criticism is wayang lah. You talk so nice, but PSLE is still here. O-levels is still here. University admissions is still so competitive. The workplace culture is still so competitive. And I mean, like, was a uni student, right? Like, Singapore is one of those few countries in the world where we have, right, the banding system.
Yeah.
Bell curve. Yeah. So, like, people are basically saying, like, you want to talk so much about we first. It's nice on paper, but can we actually get there?
Okay, so when they say we, who's on the other side?
What do you mean?
We against who?
We as opposed to me first. We first as opposed to me first. So it's like putting the greater good ahead of individual competition lah, basically. It's not like a we versus them kind of thing. It's we versus me kind of thing.
So normal what? They will say like more gracious society, thinking about others first, and all that jazz.
Which you were talking about last week, right?
Yeah.
The whole charity elephant or whatever. Those campaigns.
I mean, he's a president. What else are you expecting to say? Like, we should really put ourselves first. Be kiasu. No, of course not. Right? He had to say something like,
community.
all butterflies and shit. Like, I'm the president, I have to say this. This is the opening speech. I need to say something nice. Then we all sit down there like Singaporeans, like, ma.
But okay lah, I get it
That's
now.
how it is, right?
Yeah.
It's difficult to compare that. I mean, to suddenly have that shutdown.
It's like the opening, like school holidays is over, first day of school comes, and then I'm working as an MOE teacher. Then I listen to my principal yap about parents are shareholders of shutdown. Is that what?
Actually, that's true.
That's very Singaporean.
It is. But you know,
Deadline,
Yeah.
but you're talking just now like we first as opposed to who's the they, right?
Yeah.
When I first read the headline, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Because I mean, we were talking about it just now. So the anti-migrant kind of sentiment.
Yeah, I thought it was like, Singaporean.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Are we
also at
finally
first.
like adopting a UAE kind of stand? You know what I mean?
What do you mean by finally?
You can understand.
UAE, basically they prioritize citizens, they protect the local population. I mean, they welcome foreign direct
Or the
investment.
Emiratish.
Yeah.
It's not even just about that. It's also the fact that, I mean, when you do that, you're basically opening the floodgates for exploitation of migrant labor, which is what they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agree. I agree.
Yeah. And don't forget, I mean, like, it's nice to say, it's easy for us to say because we don't come from.
But you
one of
also
the-
many times say Singapore also labor get exploited these
We are part of the, labor importing parts of the world. We are not Bangladesh. We are not Philippines.
Okay.
Right? Like our neighbors, like Indonesia, they are the ones that export labor. Their people basically get brought into other countries.
Of course, we all understand that, but then you also enjoy it, right?
No, exactly. So that is the criticism, lah. And that's why we have safeguards in place. At least we try to
At least,
safeguards in
okay,
place,
fair
right?
enough, yeah.
Whereas like the Dubai kind of model is basically like, fuck it, let's just go.
Okay.
So, how? You defend Tharman or what? You okay or not okay with Tharman's speech? I'm
like
okay
Tharman.
because I might not. I vibe with the comments on Reddit now that you mention it.
Yeah.
But really, I put myself in a position where situation where he has to do the opening speech. He has to say something Singaporean, something galvanizing, support, whatever, and it might not come across as realistic sometimes.
Yeah,
But that's how it is. That's how presidents do it.
Yeah.
True.
He has to paint an ideal situation.
He has to lah. But honestly, for me, right, the bigger question is actually the fact that we had this response when we first heard We First. Is this an anti-migrant push?
Okay.
Because don't you feel that tension is there in Singapore society?
I think recently there's a viral, this is a GoJek driver
Yep.
who was blasting music in his car, I think because of certain frustrations that he experienced with regards to his passenger, who I don't think is a local, I don't
From
know.
the accent, didn't sound like it.
Yeah, and she was kicking up quite a fuss. She was threatening to upload this video. Child was crying, and then she was like, I don't know whether she was being defensive or whatever. These sort of videos, I don't know. My reaction is like, what made this guy do this?
Yeah.
There's certain frustrations that he doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
If this
Yep.
video goes viral, that means something broke his back. A straw broke his fucking back.
Yeah.
I don't know what. But generally, I don't know, for PHV drivers, it's a very tough job already out there. You need to clock in a lot of hours, a lot of passengers just to hit a certain income.
Yep.
So for him to, in a sense, this is him risking his rice bowl.
Yeah, he must have been sick of some abuse or
he's
what.
like, fuck this shit. You want viral, I don't give a shit.
No, but that's the
The
thing.
question is what?
The annoying part is they only upload the convenient part.
Yeah, of course lah. I mean,
Not the whole video.
to win that narrative better lah. But Singaporeans are
because-
also not stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, because
Yeah,
based
yeah.
on her own version of events, right? So this not shown on the video.
Okay.
On her version of events, it was basically that she was first talking to her mother on her phone, but she wasn't on speaker. So she was saying that she wasn't loud. Of course, we wouldn't know because that's not recorded. So according to her, she wasn't loud, and then the guy didn't like it, so he basically overpowered her voice using the volume. And according to her, that made the kid start to cry, so she confronted him. Then obviously that was what was shown lah.
I think, I don't know lah, like for me, respect Singaporean culture. I don't know what is our culture per se, but we're not really like the Japanese. I remember when I traveled to Japan, I was sneezing quite loudly in the train.
And they give it dirty looks, right?
Yeah, they gave me dirty looks. I was with a kid, with my kid, and then I did not wear like a face mask or whatever. So they kind of like, and I understood there was some train etiquette that you got to follow. For example, no talking loudly on the phone, whatever. So it's generally like, we know. Now Singaporeans, when we well travel, we go to Japan, we know there's certain level of decorum that you got to uphold to. And in fact, when you go to certain countries also, you kind of like dig a bit more about the culture behind it, what you can do, what you cannot do. Like for example, in Malaysia, you don't talk shit about their sultan.
Yeah.
In Thailand also.
Thailand, yeah, there's certain things that you don't talk about necessarily,
Correct.
joke about. So if we can afford to do that, that's being, in a sense, having some sort of intellect also having some
Cultural
sort
awareness,
of,
right?
that awareness,
Teach you, right?
awareness.
Yeah.
So then you are fucking live here. You have to have some awareness.
No, but see, so you're comparing it to public transport, which actually even in Singapore, it's not clear, you know, because we like Japan. Because if you play your music out loud, you will get dirty looks.
Singapore.
MRTs
Singapore
here.
also, yeah.
But if you're talking, not necessarily, because people do talk to each other.
Yes.
So we are not at that level. But the other thing is, this is not.
Yeah, but you don't know how loud she talk. What made this guy like this? Maybe she's like,
Something must have
No,
triggered
it's
it.
possible, but it's not something must. Because honestly, I use Grab a lot, and like I've also gotten drivers that are just bad mood.
like how?
Like, so there are times where I do not like to talk to people when I'm on a Grab. I'm quiet. Like I do not, and it's best like you don't talk to me. But there are times when like, I get on and you can just tell that the driver is in a bad mood. Like when I get on, usually I'll greet. I'll just say hi, thanks to here, right? Confirm, move on. But sometimes just that one interaction, the driver already shooting back like stares or saying like that kind of energy.
I never experienced. How come like that?
I don't know. Like you say, people stress. Maybe something happened
Long
earlier in the
day,
day.
the previous
Guy was a fucker.
But you never
maybe.
say anything.
I-
if I got that at this percentage body fat, I'll be like, what's your problem? Problem. No, got problem, then I can cancel lah. I take another one. You want to work, don't want to work.
Yeah.
Because I've ever had the interaction in Prata shop.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Prata shop?
Prata shop. That time, very long ago when I was eating Prata. I miss Prata. So I went to this Prata shop.
He's eating what is it called?
Cucumber.
by the way,
In case you don't know why, it's because he's preparing for his
Competition.
bodybuilding competition.
Yes.
And so he's just on a general pissy mood.
Yeah, my bandwidth is not really that good right now. High cortisol and
Yeah.
low body fat. I'm trying to achieve 5%.
Wow.
This is crazy lah.
It is.
It is. I don't know why I do
And you're
this.
already at 8% now.
I'm
right?
already at 8%, and let's hope
That's
we get to 5.
that's an
Okay
achievement
lah,
in
this
itself.
is the lowest I've been, so I'm gonna try my best. So, okay, back to the Prata story.
Yes, yes.
Went there. I think there was this guy. Obviously, he's not. He's not local. He's not local. Malaysian or I don't know. So when he come and then he like throw the
menu.
Then he like give me this look like
I can't be bothered to.
So I was like, kau nak kerja tak nak kerja? Kalau tak nak kerja kau balik lah. Don't bring this energy here. Aku nak makan. If you don't want to serve me, get out.
Oh shit.
So what?
Yeah,
You're gonna put a service charge
is.
on this shit. So for me, if you don't want to work, then don't fucking work.
Get someone
Yeah,
else.
Yeah, if today you don't feel like it, right? Take the day off, bro.
Yeah. Actually,
No, but you see,
Take the fucking day off. Like that is what I would say. Like let's say, if I come in to a PHV drive or whatever, and I said hi. If you don't reply, no issue. But if you like,
Yeah.
you want to drive, don't drive. Don't drive, then don't drive. Because I also don't want to spoil your mood. I also don't want you to spoil my fucking mood.
but you see-
because I'm paying, yeah.
No, it's true. And sometimes I get that feeling like I want to do it as well. But the thing is, I got a place to go. I don't want to delay. then have to cancel.
The thing is, to me, like what you say, right? When you are in a service industry, you got no choice, bro. You have to poker face all the way. Whatever you piss, you're not pissed, you're upset. You just got to pull it out every time you get a new
But they're
customer.
human, what?
If there's any positive that I can take from this episode,
Yes.
you are already embodying the we first mentality.
Okay.
Because you obviously, you take things benefit or doubt.
Yes.
You like there are days where people are bad.
Don't
So
problem,
this is you are echoing what Tharman Shanmugaratnam is actually
Saying.
asking Singaporeans to do, which is good.
Well, yeah, but hopefully maybe
Very
that
forward.
driver can do it also. No, but
I mean, not everyone will do it.
No, but don't you sense that there's a bit of like the tension there that it's because she is from India? I mean, I assume she's from India because of her accent.
Yeah,
There
I
is
mean,
go-
no choice or
There's that tension. There has been that tension for
No,
years.
but I don't think he was going against her because of where she
Obviously
came
he
from per
won't
se. But something must have happened, bro. Yeah.
yeah, well, so that just spells like there's gonna be a lot more things to do in the future, and let's hope we solve this shit lah.